Okay, game set to go in 1 minute, and here we go. Hello, and welcome to our game tonight. We're coming to you live from Ernest Manning High School. Henry Wisewood and Ernest Manning are getting set to play their 8th game of the year. And we'll bring you this game as Henry Wisewood in their rose maroon uniforms with the silver number. Meanwhile, it's the Griffins, Ernest Manning. They're in their home white uniforms with the blue numerals and the gold trimming. So that's where we are. We are just getting started in this game, and really glad you are here and really glad you're taking this game in as we just got our game going. So there we are. Getting things going right against Ernest Manning. And I think we've got our technical issues all sorted out here. Let's pick the game up right now. It's 3-0 for Henry Wisewood. There's a shot pulled down. Brown with the ball. Pass off on the right to the Barry. Goes to the basket. Her shot rolls off. Rebound followed up. Air ball. Close range by Brown. It goes out of bounds. So backcourt pressure being applied. Manning gets across the timeline into the forecourt. Driving strong to the basket. Lay it up on the left hand and good. Nice burst of speed right up the middle by Simrit Soy. And it's 3-2. Just underway in the opening quarter of our game. Henry Wiseman moving the ball around the perimeter under zone. Donald comes to the baseline. Into the corner. Moving to Tilico with a shot that bounces off. Offensive rebound. Putback shot doesn't go. Another putback shot by Brown rolls off. And the Griffins pull the rebound down. Ernest Manning to the forecourt. Barbeau goes to the basket. High up the glass. No. And breaking out in transition, Henry Wiseman. Tilico, her pass across the floor is knocked out of bounds into the Wisewood Warriors bench. Little shot off the inbound pass. Wisewood shot from the corner. It skips off. Pulled down, and back comes Ernest Manning Griffin. To the fork. Timeout action resumes. Henry Wisewood again is beating up with Ernest Manning. We're early in the fourth quarter. 4-3 for Manning and nearly going. There's a foul down low. Reaching over the back. Alexis Page for Ernest Manning. So that's their first. Wisewood will inbound from the baseline. Lita Calico. Randolph has it way out high over top of everybody. Loose ball. Racing for the ball. Soul for Manning. Goes to the basket and lays it in. Big turnover. She took advantage. 6-3. Wisewood against that zone. Moves it around. Back to the post to Brown. He goes back out high. Driving at the board. Goes to the basket. Had stripped away. Loose ball picked up by Brown. She goes up. Muscles it in. Gets the basket. And she'll shoot a free throw. Contested shot. He made it work. Schofield ties up for the first shot. Henry Wisewood. Bounces. And it falls. Nothing but net. So 6:41 remaining. We're tied at 6. Each team looking for their first victory this year as Wisewood applies backcourt pressure. Ernest Manning into the forecourt. Driven in the corner. Bounce pass on a give and go underneath is Tetley, but lost it, or it was knocked out of bounds. It was knocked out of bounds. So Manning will inbound. 14 seconds on the clock. Taking the time to get it in. They do. It hits the Wisewood leg, and Wisewood has it. They'll start up the floor. Brown pass wide to the right to DeBoer. Back into the Brown. High post. Turnaround shot. Short. Griffin, pull it down. Page on the outlet pass, and that's a turnover. So it will be Wisewood in the fourth place. Not in the ball. 6:16 remaining. Tutilico into Kathy. After Tutilico, or one hand pass way across the floor, almost went out of bounds. Saved by Wisewood, but into the hands of Ernest Manning. Manning ahead with Tetley, and her pass ahead goes out of bounds into the Manning bench. 6:05 remaining, tied at 6. Wisewood inbound in the backcourt. So Wisewood will break it ahead. Wisewood dribbling. Ball goes into the corner. Opportunity for Stock, puts up a shot. No, back rim. Tie up on the rebound as Manning, and might have a foul. Manning pulled it down, and I think we have a reach in on Stott for Wisewood. We do. 5:50 remaining in the first quarter. Backcourt pressure by Wisewood, but they'll break the press into the forecourt, so he dribbles on the far side. Now terminates. Pass into the post, into the corner, brought out of the corner by Guy, goes to the basket. She draws contact with 2 free throws. Oh, that's a little line. 5:36 to play in the quarter. Sends the first one home. 7-6. And sends the second one. No, big rebound. Bounces through a couple of hands. But the Griffins have it in the forecourt. Dribbling the right hand and touching. Wide on the right. 3-point shot put up by Tetley. No. Rebound contested. Manning has it. They'll try to go back up, but that shot is blocked. Here comes Wisewood out of the break. Vitilico wide on the right. Starts towards the baseline, then backs out. Goes way out high for a 3-pointer for Brown. That curls out. Defensive rebound. Zoe hustling up the floor for Manning. Gets that zone. Corquaniotis lets the 3-point shot go. No, back rim. Tapped away out of bounds. Contested rebound. And the Pistons will make a couple of substitutions. Needles. Point guard right now. In the first quarter, 5:02 remaining. 7-6. Ernest Manning. Wisewood with the ball. Scotch. Pass into the high post. Then it goes way around to the right for Tutilico. Bullet pass underneath on a cutter underneath. Brown goes up and under, hits the bottom of the backboard. He was just underneath, didn't know where exactly to go. Griffin to the forecourt. So, Bargain. Bounce on the left, then a pass into the corner. And they went to Coronitos, and she dribbled out of bounds in the corner. So they'll bring it back. 7-6, 4:29 remaining. Wisewood, pass down low for Brown. Spins off a double team, and it's foul. Back to the key. Which will keep free throws. First one, no. That's up to the second. And it falls. So we're tied at 7. Double substitution coming in for Manning. Yeah, Braun is in the game. And Manning will bring it up, but backcourt pressure. The press on by Wisewood. See how they break it. They bring Pelico into the forecourt. As the ball regains it, goes up for a shot that is blocked, was out of bounds. So the ball will go to. Oh, they say last one. Yeah, there it is. Manning ball. They'll inbound on the baseline, far side. That's 5 seconds to get it in. They're cutting it pretty fine. They finally do. In the game, turnaround shot, no. Follow-up rebound on a nice putback underneath by Braun. 9-7 for the home side, Ernest Manning. Dribbling on the right, a notch into the lane and kicks it back out high. They go around the arc into the corner. Brown goes for the dribble, goes up and under, puts up a floater. Good. Nice move. 9-9. Then Wisewood brings out the press. Morgan in the forecourt. Starts down towards the lane, lost the handle and started to back out. Goes out of bounds, but it was swatted out of bounds. 16 seconds on the clock. Morgan. They'll inbound it for Ernest Manning. Way out by half court is Eva Barbeau. Three dribbles to the right hand, goes towards the basket, puts up an off-balance shot, it skips over and off. Wisewood on the outlet pass, racing up the floor. The Pilico in transition, goes down the lane, draws contact, no call, ball is short. Manning gets the ball back. Barbeau, putting with the right hand. Dribble hand off to Guy. He comes, goes around on the left for Armstrong. Top of the key jumper. No, too strong. Offensive rebound. Pull down, goes up. No shot by Braun. Rebound is picked up and pulled out by Morgan. Goes to the corner, far side. Across the floor to Armstrong. She dribbles to the baseline. Is shut off. There for Barbeau. She drives the baseline. Then kicks it out way high. They're going around on the perimeter right now, trying to get inside. But there's an inside drive by Barbeau. She is hit. And we'll go to the line. They're trying to penetrate and get in. They had a little bit of a challenge there, but finally did. 8:47 remaining. 2:47 in the opening. First shot. Pulled up. Second one is short. Offensive rebound pulled down by Armstrong, but she couldn't get a shot away. Wisewood, they need DeBoer into the forecourt. Pass off on the right, then gets it back. Free throw line jumper on a pass to the post. That's a nice turnaround shot by Bedard. And it's 11-9 Wisewood. 2:30 in play in this quarter. Morgan. Bounce on the right side angle. Armstrong with the ball, dribbles head of the key, dribble handoff. Or Barbeau, she has it swatted away, goes and gets it by the baseline. She's off balance, goes way out high for Morgan. She drives the lane, kicks off to a cutter, driving to the basket, Braun. And well, mass substitution for the Griffins. Everybody's on. And then a bit of a development here. They have a lot of youth to the team that will inevitably take off and improve. If you're listening or watching, please give us a like, a share, or subscribe. Love to hear. First free throw back room. Second one sets up. And that one goes. And we'll have more substitution. 2:10 remaining in the quarter. 11-10 for Henry Wiseman. Here Wiseman leads. Pass out to the high post of Pilico. She goes and regains it by the timeline. Now dribbles the left hand into the lane. Kicks off. There's a pass to the right side. A shot too strong by DeBoer. Griffin with the rebound down the floor, trying to make the move to the basket, but Hutchings lost possession of the ball. Wiseman at the outlet, 1:46 remaining in the quarter. On the left for DeKillico. Bounce to the low post on the baseline. DeBoer with the ball. Goes way across the floor. Lee with a shot from too far on the right side in front of the Wiseman bench. Rebound is into the hands of a couple of players. A tie up. So we have the jump situation, and the possession arrow says Henry Wiseman's ball. 8 on the clock coming back. 11-10. Inbounded, and it's promptly knocked right back up. So we'll do it again. Wisewood to inbound. To the corner to lead. Passer Lockhart takes the shot, skips off to the right side. From the left side. Wisewood back on defense. Going into the lane. Spin move for Manning. Lost the ball. Picked up by Kevin. Let a shot go. It doesn't go. And the Warriors up the floor. DeBoer with a drive to the basket. Has it knocked away. Nice defensive hustle. Getting back. Paris Tortoritas. Manning. 17 on the clock. Wide to the left. There's a bomb in front of the bench. Gets off by Clark. Wisewood pulls it down. 49 seconds remaining. They have the ball into the forecourt. Where they kill it on the left. She goes all the way across the floor. Ball is taken on a drive to the basket. A floater by Guy goes out of bounds. At least a floater by DeBoer goes out of bounds. He's on knocked out of bounds. So Henry Wisewood will lead on from the baseline with 11 seconds. Inbound into the corner. Wisewood lost the handle, Brown, and here's a fast break ahead. Zoe with the ball, crossover move, kicks it off to the corner on the far side. Gives it out for a long bomb from the left side, taken by Zoe. Rebound, Wisewood has it. 22 seconds remaining in the quarter. Game clock and shot clock, 2-second difference. On the left for Wisewood. Brown wide open against his own, nails the three. Shot clock off, 12 seconds remaining in the quarter. Griffin to the forecourt. Zoe wide to the right. There's a long bomb three by Paris at the buzzer. It goes wide. Quickly ahead for Wisewood. Desperation heat from just across midcourt goes wide. And that will end the opening quarter of this game with Henry Wisewood holding a 14-10 lead. So later first quarter, and Henry Wisewood has the lead of these two teams for right now. It's 14-10, second quarter. With it. Back to Ernest Manning High School. And he will inbound at side center court right in front of us. 5 seconds to get it in. They took all of those seconds. Barrett's corner of Kilo. With the dribble. Handoff outside. Zoe comes into the lane. No, she walked. Backcourt pressure being applied by Ernest Manning Griffin. Wisewood trying to get it across the floor. They do just in time, but it's deflected. Here's a break. On the steal, so he goes to the basket and lays it in. Nice layup. Nice defense. 9:37 to play in the half. For Wisewood, Gloria Lockwood in the backcourt. She's tied up. Her pass up the floor, intercepted, and here comes Manning back the other way. Pass wide to the left for Zoe. Isolates there. And hand up Barbeau. She comes charging down the lane. Banks it up high up the glass. Too strong. Rebound is knocked out of bounds by Page for Ernest Manning. And it will be Wisewood's ball to bring it up. Oh, both teams coming up with presses on. Wisewood breaking that Manning press. It's just a couple seconds to get across the line, and there was a reach in. Jim Powell, so they will bring it back up. They being Henry Wisewood. Powell on top of the ball against that zone. Goes wide to the left. There's a three by Guy. It's too strong. Air ball. Hit the backboard, and that's it. Missed the hoop. Into the high post. For Ernest Manning, they have the ball. Handoff. Driving to the basket, and Barbeau has it knocked out of bounds. It goes up. So he's on the other side. Oh, Ernest Manning wheeling down on the baseline. They do. Cutter to the basket. Strong for a layup. Nice pass and nice finish by Chloe Hutchings. And it's a tie 14-14 game. Henry Wisewood, defending city champions in this category. There's a pull-up jumper from the right side by Brown. Rolls off. Griffin's in full stride. Hutchings dribbles down the near side. Like it's by a defender. Goes to the baseline. Pulls up for a jumper short. Air ball, and Wisewood retreats and turns up the other floor. Going to Tilico. Looks between the circle. Pass wide on the right for DeBoer. One bounce. Lobs into the post. Pulte has it. Back out to go around the horn. With the ball, Brown steps into the lane. Puts up a free throw line jumper, 8-11. Remaining in the game, 16-14 in the first half. Ball knocked out of bounds. Wisewood has the lead. 16-14. Really exciting here. So Manning is inbound and backward. Looking for the help. They got to get that in. They do, but as it came in, one of the players saw he got the ball and then quickly went into the backcourt. So it's a violation. The Warriors will inbound. All right, in front of us, inbound. Gets the return pass on high. One bounce dribble stop. Pass up on the right, then pass into the post to Kofi. She lost the ball. Her pass stripped away, and here they come. Racing down the floor. They're in a standing gripping. Bounce pass underneath the basket, trying to go up. And lost the handle. Swatted out of bounds, what they say. Right under the basket. Well, Zoe. Cole tried to get a shot up. So we'll do it again. Inbound right underneath, cutting to the basket. Alex Page, nice basket. Plays the tip to the basket. But that one is foul. As mentioned, if you're listening or watching or television, you're going to give it a like that. But Page, this one rolls in. 16-15. Really appreciate it, but more importantly, the athletes. He then sends the second one, rattles in. So we're back at a 16-16 tie. Wisewood quickly in the forecourt. The pass for Zoe. Her shot too strong from the left side. Defensive rebound, Ernest Manning. And to the forecourt. Hutchings with the ball. Had her pass deflected, but it's into the hands of Zoe. She drives to the lane. Solo shot is knocked away. Nice save by Manning. They have the ball. 13 seconds on the clock. Turning the corner, heading into the lane. Lost the handle of the ball to Barbeau. And it goes out of bounds. Henry Wisewood advances the ball. Lady DeBoer. Against out zone. Lob into the post left. Going up for a shot at Brown. And she was hit. Had the ball in the post, turn for a shot. And Alex Page. Packed with foul. Down drains the first one. And the second one also falls. Actually, both teams have really shot the free throws quite well. Wisewood pressing in the backcourt. Griffins look to break out of it, and they do. Hutchings dribbles the ball right hand to the forecourt. Dribbles to the baseline, and backs off. Now starts down the baseline right side. Cut off there. On high for Amelia Morgan. She dribbles left between the circles. On the right for Hutchings. One bounce dribble, pass into the post to Page. She lost the handle, and back comes Wisewood. Brown. Pass on the right side to Tequilico. Right underneath, and she found the open 80 DeBoer right underneath. 18-16 Wisewood. High post. Page to the left. Dribble hand out to Morgan. She drives to the baseline, left side. Shut off. Now back up for Page. One bounce dribble comes into the lane. Lost possession of the ball. Picked up. Loose ball. Shot by Braun. That's knocked away. And off the loose ball. They rule a tie up. So the possession arrow gets Wisewood. Henry Wisewood. And Ernest Manning, each looking for their first victory of the year. More for Wisewood. Her pass is deflected out of bounds on a great hustling play by Chloe Hutchings. Wisewood getting it inbound. It's the fourth one. Back is on the side. That ball is inbound, holding it above her head. Dive to the right and Brown. One bounce dribble into the lane. There's a floater and drawing contact. Alex Scott. And the first one falls. And sends the second one home. This is the biggest lead for either team. It's 6 points in favor of Henry Wisewood. 6:10 remaining in our quarter. In the forecourt, Soy with the ball, lost it, goes back to the timeline to regain it. Then she starts up the floor, and she lost it. It's rolling on the floor. Picked up in the backcourt by Manning. They come back across the floor. Hutchings on the left at the center circle. Pass on the right for Morgan. Shot clock is 3. Drive into the lane. Puts up a shot. It's rejected. Gets the ball back. Turns and just fires it towards the basket, and that was out of bounds. So some close quarters. Not much breathing room in that lane area. You have a substitution as Manning brings in Eva Barbo again. Back to the forecourt on the right. Across into the key, trying to set up Shaw underneath, but didn't work. Manning is back the other way. Long pass up the floor and goes out of bounds. 5:32 remaining. So Wisewood brings the ball in. To the coach. The forecourt. Top to dribble there. On the right for DeBoer. They go around the corner. Pass into the low post. Back to the basket is Shaw. Pass out high is deflected. Coming right in front of us. It's stolen by Tequilico for Wisewood, but she was actually out of bounds when she got her hands on the ball. Can't fault somebody for hustling. That's exactly what she did. Kane looks against that defense. Bounce to the high post for Braun. Braun back up for Barball. Following up for 8. Rolls off. Rebound touch. Couple of hands went for it. And they say it last went off a Wisewood play. And we'll have a time. Ernest Manning calls timeout. And 5:08 remains in this quarter. 22-16 and score. Henry Wisewood, the visitors in the lead. We're back up. Back to our game from Ernest Manning High School, a girls Division 2 game. Henry Wisewood leading 22-16, 5:08 to play in the quarter. But Manning will inbound from the baseline. There's a bounce pass for Barbeau. He has it right side. Back to the basket. Tries to muscle up a shot. Her pass into the lane is broken up. Outlet pass. Patelico has it for Wisewood. Bounce across the lane. Shot from close range doesn't go. Patelico fights for the rebound. Comes back out for Wisewood. Wisewood looks to reset. Dribbling in the corner. Free throw line jumper. Left side by DeBoer. No. Follows up her own rebound. And Brown has it for Wisewood. It goes to the floor. She is tied up. Well, possession arrow. We'll give it to Wisewood. They got to figure out who's at inbound. They stack up. Giant eye. They pass it from the end line. Pass into the corner. Putting a shot of stock. Hits the front rim. Rebound tap right into the hands of Shaw. She goes back up. Her shot is too strong. Rebound down. And it was off to the Wisewood player. I think that was Lady DeBoer with her hand up. And off her end. And now it's Manning ball. They'll bring it up against the press. Press in the backcourt. Good dribble to the forecourt by Barbeau. I'll dribble laterally to the left hand. Bounce to the post. Page has the ball. And up back for Barbeau. Dribbles a couple times. Tries the up and under, but had it stripped away. Now the ball is on the floor. Comes into a hand. Taken by Manning. They get a 5 on the clock. They still have the ball, though. Dribble into the lane, and we have a foul. So a 3 on the clock. Wisewood gets the foul. Well, 14 seconds to Manning to make that. 4:13 of the fourth. Manning dribbling between the circles. Into the post, trying to set up a Tyler Armstrong. Pass is deflected. Here's Wisewood back the other way, reaching down the floor. Brown pull up, middle of the key, a shot, falls short. Tie up on the rebound, comes down. It's a bore for Wisewood, Clark for Manning. Grab it. And the possession arrow gives it to Ernest Manning. 3:57 remaining. Again, Wisewood comes out in that press. Manning to bring it up. We have 3 seconds to get it across. They do. On the left side is Sol's ball. Over the right hand between the circles. Now turns the corner, heads to the baseline and reverses. Still dribbling. Stop, puts up a long bomb shot. No. Rebound, big rebound. She gets the pass right back out to her. And another bomb hits the back of the rim and bounces off into a Wisewood hand. Patelico racing down the far sideline. In the leg dribble. And stops for Lockhart. Or to Killico, trapped in the corner. Pass across the lane, top to the left side, 14 by DeBoer, skips off. Glass cleared by Manning. Manning on the move. Clark with the ball in the forecourt, and it's a turnover. Wisewood retreats up the other way. Pass long ahead for Brown. She goes to the basket, a shot rolls off from right underneath. Pass out on the rebound for DeBoer. Now kicks it off on the right for Lockhart. Her shot's off. Offensive rebound taken down. Thoughts puts it up, doesn't go. And the rebound finally gathered in by Manning, but as they go up the floor, we have a foul. So inbound it again. Inbound or right in front of us. Guy with the ball, dribbles to the right hand. And up high for Sol. He stops top of the key, now passes it down. Slow post. There's a shot. Rolls in. Found 5. Page puts in the shot from just a couple feet out. And it's 22-18. Wisewood to the forecourt, and the ball skips out of the hands of Brown. Manning up the floor quickly. Roll with the ball. Bounce into the low post. It hits the hand, goes out of bounds. It was deflected away by Wisewood. So Manning will inbound. 23 remaining. Passes inbound, and Clark thought about shooting, thought about passing. So on the turnover, it's Henry Wisewood. They hold a narrow 4-point lead. Killico looks inside from high. Pass into the post left. Brown, turnaround shot, no. Follows up her own rebound, but on the ball is Manning. And they'll come up the floor. They cross the timeline. 8 o'clock. That zone. Bounce into the high post to Page. One bounce dribble, then gives it off on a handoff to Tetley. Way out high for Clark. Around the arc they go. Wide on the left on the far side. Shot clock says 6. Dribble into the lane, and they lost the handle. There's Brown leading a charge 3-on-2 off the left for DeChilico. It's a return pass for Brown. She's underneath with a hook shot from 6. It falls. 24-18, Henry Weisler. Griffin's at Soul. He's seeing pursuit, dribbles with the right hand, stops on the right side. Pass down low for Clark. And it went off a hand out of bounds, what they do. Oh, Wiseman in the forecourt. They lead by 6. Pelico wide on the left. One bounce dribble stops. Puts it way across the floor for Stott. She drives. Then kicks it back way across the zone, above the zone. Into the corner. Brown has it. Pull up for 3. Around and out. On the left side in the left corner. Barbeau on a drive for Manning. Stops in the lane. Then kicks it back out high. Guy gives it out on high. Tetley with a straightaway 3 doesn't go. Skying for the board and pulling it down to Brown. There's a lead pass ahead, but it ends up in the hand of Ernest Manning. 48 seconds remaining in the quarter. Morgan for Manning. Pass down low, trying to set up our ball. Couldn't catch up with it. That it was knocked out of bounds. Manning back. I couldn't put it about. So that will fall the inbound up in the baseline, and that is a 5-second inbound violation. So it's a turnover, and Wiseman, they tried to get it in, didn't do it. So Wiseman will bring it up now. 38 seconds remaining. 15-second game clock, shot clock difference. Wiseman up the floor. Well, he threw it away. Goes into the Wiseman bench on the far side. 30 seconds remain, so a 6-second game clock, shot clock difference. Eva Barbeau. Bounce to the high post of Page. Again, handoff to Barbeau. She's on the left. Drives in the lane. Gives it up to Page. Long straightaway, 2 wide to the right. Rebound. Bounces into the hands of Wiseman. Will bring it up the floor. Brown. 9 on the clock. Good corner thought. Back out high for Brown. Catch and shoot 3, and that skips off. Defensive rebound. Pulled down. Last opportunity coming up the floor, and they just don't get a shot away. Ernest Manning trying to get a desperation heave away. Didn't work out, but we go to the half with the score. The end was 24, and Ernest Manning 18, so we will take a break. Back to Ernest Manning High School. These two teams fight for their first victory. Wisewood Warriors holding the lead 24 to. So let's see how it sorts out as the second half is about to begin. Wisewood will inbound right in front of our location. As the whistle goes and play begins in the second half. Wisewood, ground dribble to the baseline, right side. Pass into the block on the right side. Bedard passes out. There's a shot from the left side, drained by Brown. And it's now 26-18, so it's an 8-point gap, the biggest one of the day. Manning with the ball, dribbling around circle. Tetley, hand off to Barbeau. There's a pass out high. 7 on the clock. They're just across the free throw line. Zoe with the ball. Pass into the post. There's a desperation heave at the buzzer. Go no by Tetley. Wisewood races up the floor. Brown into the forecourt. Kicks off on the left side. Bank shot by DeMore. Doesn't go from inside the arc. Left side. And on the rebound, Ataya. Andy Manning will bring it up. Wisewood applies pressure in the backcourt. See how they break this. Morgan dribbling with the left hand through the circle. Now stops inside the two circles, between the circles. Barbeau dribbling on the right. Looking to move it downstairs. Pass into the post. There's a turnaround shot by Pirates. Skips off. Offensive rebound taken down by Barbeau. And he went back up and knocked out of bounds. Granitos. Ball way out high. Barbeau. Quick pass to the right for Tetley. Dribble a handoff. For Morgan there, dribbling around, looking to get inside. Now Barbeau drives the baseline. She's underneath the basket. Her pass way out high. Dribbling and lost the handle, and it went out of bounds. There's a lot of dribbling on the perimeter. It's full off. Here come the Warriors. Silico. To DeMore. If he gets the ball up high, starts down the lane and lost it and kicked it. Turned the corner and was making a push for basket. And Wisewood again with pressure. Inbound to Morgan. Back for Barbeau. We'll pass it across the line, then back to Barbeau in the back court, and that's an over and back violation. So turnover, and Wisewood with a chance to go to double digits here. Well inbound in front of the Tigers bench on the far side. Wisewood. Pass down low. Kick back out into the corner. There's a shot that skipped off a 3-point try by DeMore. Rebound to the near side. Ball comes to Brown. Her shot goes in and out. And pulling it down for Ernest Manning. Ernest Manning on the move. They trail by 8 at this juncture. Pass out high for Morgan. Dribbling between the circles. Terminate. Now off the right for Bedard. Her pass into the post is broken up. But they save it. Comes back out. Shot clock at 6. Way out high. Harris drives into the lane. Puts up an off-balance shot. No, it's skying for the board. Dragging it down as Brown. She's off and running up the floor. She's at the free throw line, other side. Now with the block from the right side. And she is bodied and she turned around. Contact feed there. Well, the ball will be inbounded. Right in front of our location by Henry Wiseman. Pass into the low post. Underneath is Brown. She goes up. No, gets her own rebound. Turn around from 5 and has it. And now a 10-point game. Wiseman more pressure in the backcourt. Let Manning into the forecourt. Barbeau way out high. Bounce into the high post. Ball to take by Courtney Allen. He has the ball to the right. Paris. Coronado Eagles. And the ball was knocked away out of bounds. That's Bronitos had the ball. Knocked away out of bounds, they say, by Wiseman. So Manning will inbound on the far sideline. 5 on the clock. Dribble handoff to Morgan. She's between the circles. He tries to get a shot off dribbling with the left hand and couldn't get set for a shot. So a 24-second shot clock violation. He's dribbling, trying to get in position to go on the turnover. Wisewood has the ball at the floor. That pass is almost intercepted. They keep the ball in the forecourt. Pass out high. McDonald with a three-point shot. No, back rim. Offensive rebound by Brown. He dribbles right. Ball back from 8. Good. And it's now 30-18. Ernest Manning looking to get something going. South and right for Tetley. For Barbeau. She goes to the basket. Puts up a shot short range. It's short. Brown takes the rebound down, dribbles it up the floor. He comes to the head of the key, lost possession, gets it back. Pitches wide on the left. Well, McDonald, three-point shot short. Rebound goes through some hands, but into the hands of Manning. Cole up the floor and reverses. Brings it back out, lets your teammates catch up. Wide on the left for Ariatas. And they lost possession. Here comes the Teleco. Milo on the left, looking inside of the ground. He dribbles to the right side of the key. And passes into the lane. Passing in for Bedard. Reach in foul. And we have a timeout taken now by Ernest Manning. After this. And play reviews today as the Henry Wisewood Warriors hold a 30-18 lead. 5:49 to play in the third quarter. Vikings will have the ball in the fourth quarter. Team looking for their first win of the season. Pass into the post and lost the handle. Wisewood did, so the turnover, and Manning will bring it up. They'll bring it up against some backcourt pressure. A dribbling by Soul. The reversion gets across the timeline just in the nick of time. Passes way wide to Cornelius. Passes back out high for Bedard. It goes across the floor. For Tetley, launches the three. Off to the right. Rebound. Wisewood will bring it up, and as they do, that pass knocked away out of bounds. Nice backward pressure by Ernest Manning. 5:22 remaining in the quarter. Oh, Henry Wisewood. Passing it around the perimeter. Ball's into the corner. They pass it up high to the point. Loose ball is deflected into the hands of Morgan. She'll try to go to the basket. Lost the handle. Goes out of bounds. She said she was fouled, looking around for a call. But it'll be Wisewood ball. The Pinnacle double teamed as she gets to the timeline. Forced off to the right. Their pass across the floor. For Lee. One bounce dribble, and she is shut off. Ball tapped through a couple of hands, and it's picked up. Soul on a drive for Manning. He goes to the lane. Pass across the Cornelius. He passes out. Far side. There's a shot by Morgan. Skips off. Defensive rebound. Picking up the floor for the Chemical. He passes across the floor to the near side, and that is intercepted. Back comes Soul. 4:35 to play in the quarter. Soul, top of the key at the point. Pass off to the right for Paris Cornelius. And that shot rolls off. Wisewood. Brown back across the floor on the left side for Lee from 12. That one skips off. Rebound through a couple of hands. They go to the floor, and we have a tie-up jump situation. They'll be wide with ball. But for both teams, 4:15 to play in the third. Well, Wisewood will inbound the ball. 19 to go in the quarter. Inbound to Brown. One bounce dribble to her right and puts up a free throw line jumper. It falls. 32-18. Manning with Barbeau. Through a dribble, pass it to the post to Braun. One bounce dribble. Back out high for Clark. They go around the perimeter, around the arc. Dribble to the corner, then stop. Back out high for Hutchings. Chloe Hutchings with a three-point shot, right side air ball out of bounds. 32-18. Henry Wiseman across the timeline. Almost lost it though on a pass. They pass just that way across the board. The border, one bounce dribble, pass into the corner to Stotts. He rides for a long two from the left side. No. Rebound pulled down by Jada Clark for Manning. And with reach in foul by DeVore. By Henry Wiseman. 3:33 remaining. And Wisewood will call a timeout. We'll be back. 32-18 Wisewood back after this. Action resumes. Backcourt pressure by Wisewood as the ball brought up by Manning. They're across the timeline. They trail by 14. Manning does. They get some points this quarter. There's a shot from the right side. It's short. Wisewood pulls the rebound down. Outlet pass to Stotts. He comes down the lane. Pass across the floor. That goes Ernest. Manning has the ball in the backcourt. Manning, guy, makes the move, trying to get across the line, and it's a backcourt violation. 8 seconds to get across. Great pressure in the backcourt by Henry Wisewood. So Wisewood will inbound right in front of us. Their location. Pass is intercepted. Into the hands of Jada Clark. Her lead pass ahead for Hutchings. Drives to the basket, and her layup rolls off from right underneath. And with 2:58 remaining, they've yet to score in this quarter, they being Manning. But here's an opportunity here. Driving the basket. Hutchings puts up a shot, a floater from the right side. It's an air ball, goes out of bounds. So Manning applies backcourt pressure. See how Wisewood elects to break it. Stotts with the ball. Now passes it ahead. There's a pass across the floor right underneath. A bank shot. I try, but it bounces off from Brown. Defensive rebound. Manning races ahead into the forecourt. Hutchings with the ball. Stops on the right side angle. Then dribbles. Comes into the lane. Pass to a cutter. There's a floater for the free throw line. A nice shot by Guy. Does it go? Fight for the rebound, and Wisewood has the ball. Wisewood outlet. A lot of pressure being applied by Manning. But there's a pass ahead behind everyone. Laying it up and in is DeVore. All right, well, they say she was pushed to the back as well, so she'll shoot free throw. 4-18. Free throw attempt, no, but the rebound, pulled down, turnaround by Brown right underneath. That rolls off for Wisewood. Manning hurrying into the forecourt. Morgan with the ball. Bullet pass underneath on the right side for Tetney. Her shot rolls up. DeBoer racing ahead to the forecourt on the right side. He gets the return pass. He goes to the baseline. Pass ahead into the high post. That's tipped out of bounds by Ernest Manning, and Wisewood will inbound. 13 on the clock. They'll inbound. Near side, right by us. NFL will inbound. Below Locker with the ball. On the left, Gilligo drips it up high, bounce into the post right, turnaround shot and a bank shot by Brown from the right side, and that falls short. Racing down the floor. Morgan for Manning puts up a shot. It skips off. 1:30 remaining in the quarter. Brown pass ahead behind everyone, going up, lays it in, stops. And Wisewood now up 36-18. Morgan bounce to the high post the page, gets the handoff. Morgan does, drives to the baseline, then shut off. Pass back out for a jumper by Tetney, and that goes out of bounds. Substitution, Wisewood will send in. Ravon to Nagoya. Pinnacle dribbling to the right side, and we have a foul. It's a push. That's the fourth, and lack of open. Outside for the telephone, wide on the right. Peter ball into the post. There's a turnaround shot by Bellata. Too strong. Rebound caroms off the glass. She gets her own rebound, goes back up, and it falls. Lavonda Nagoya with the basket. 48 seconds remaining. Wisewood now leading by 20. Morgan in the forecourt starts up, and it was a reach-in foul. Lavonda play. Nagoya catching the inbound pass, and they do inbound. Manning on high, crossover for slow into the lane, puts up a shot, it rolls out. 35 seconds remaining in the quarter. They just started buying a break right now. Vitilico on the left side. Pass across the floor against that zone. Versace nails a three. 41-18. Ernest Manning trying to get on the board in this quarter. So he has the ball. On high for Barbeau. Through dribble. Turns the corner. Goes to the basket and banks it in with the layup. Their first basket with 11 seconds remaining in the quarter. Shot clock is off. Wisewood racing ahead. Vitilico kicks off on the right side. There's a jump shot. Skips off on a try by Touch. Ball is in the corner, and the horn goes, ending our third quarter as the Henry Wisewood Warriors have taken charge, leading by a count of 41-20. Well, we played three quarters here, and the fourth comes up right after. Going to start a fourth quarter is Henry Wisewood firmly in charge at 41-20. And he's trying to get something going offensively. Paris throwing an Ethos drive, and she's not four. That's the first foul on Warriors this quarter. Clapton inbounded at the timeout. Driving strong to the basket. Puts it up with the right hand. It falls. Ethos with the basket. And the inbound pass is stolen. Manning has the ball going up. Morgan with a shot. She hits the deck, though. And see, a couple of free throws for her. Not good. Not too good. So they get 4 points on the board in just a few seconds. Wise, but on the move to the forecourt. Pass on the right. There's a 3-point shot that skips off by Shaw. Manning pulls the ball down. Manning dribbling out high. There's a shot from the right side. It curls in and out. Offensive rebound on the glass by Manning. Getting the ball. Pepe goes back up. Her shot doesn't go. Defensive rebound. Lead pass up the floor for Wisewood. That's with the ball. He puts up a shot contested from the left side. It's short. And he gets it across the timeline. On the right side for Barbeau. She goes strong to the basket. Scoop shot layup good. 41-26. And we had a big collision in the backcourt. As McDonald was trying to bring the ball up for Wisewood. And Cole will pick up foul. Tommy foul, so we'll bring it up in the backcourt again. And he supplies some pressure in the backcourt. And they break the press into the foreplay. But just as they were going to make a move to the basket, they lose possession. Ball is loose on the floor, and again it turns over. Wisewood has the ball. Driving at the ball is DeBoer. She goes to the corner, near side. Pass out high for Lockhart. Pass into the corner for DeBoer. Her shot hit the side of the backboard, then hit the overhanging basket support. So we have a whistle. Wisewood will challenge them to length of the floor. On the press. And he's looking to break the press. Pass ahead. Now they're tied up. 3 seconds to get it across. They do. Barbeau with a break. He was on. She comes up to the floor. Pass across. Left side for Stephanie. Follows up her own rebound and puts it home. Up the floor. Barbeau steals. Barbeau has the ball. Goes to the baseline. And she was pushed and she went to the baseline to block. So common foul. And Wisewood going to call a timeout. Strong start to this quarter for Ernest Manning. We'll be back with more right after this. Welcome back to Ernest Manning High School, where Manning has come out of the gate scoring 6 straight points with 4 minutes 13. let's see if they can carry on with the momentum. They will inbound on the baseline. And it set up the offense. Bounce pass from the right side. There's a turnaround shot by Kuranitos. Gets off. Wisewood has the rebound. One bounce dribble. Wisewood across the line. Bedard to the forefoot. They pass it around on the left side by the left baseline. Way across the floor. Starts one pass spot. Into the corner to board. She drives down the baseline and goes way out high for an Atilico. That gets by Atilico. It is going to be an Annie ball. Bell inbound and kind of a wide with it. Wisewood's coach, Aaron Cheney, got it sorted out. Morgan driving into the lane and back up for Barbeau. Turns the corner, goes down the lane, scoop it up with the right hand, doesn't go. Brown brings the rebound up the floor, but a reach in from behind. Wisewood will get the ball right by our goalkeeper. Five remaining in the fourth. And Wisewood. Cross the line. Cross with a crossover dribble. Lost the handle. Goes into the far side. Now it's on the floor. We have a tie-up. And the arrow will give possession to Henry Wisewood. Wisewood will inbound on the far side. They do. There's an inbound pass. Bedard with the ball, loses it. Back out high, driving the lane. Floater from the right side. DeBoer skips off. Follow-up rebound by Brown. That goes down. 43-28, 7:05 remaining. Coronaditos. Dribbling with the ball. Stops on the right side. Back out high. Kelly, her shot bounces off. Follow-up rebound by Hutchings underneath. Puts up an air ball. Wisewood with Brown. Weak side dribble across the forecourt. Now stops right underneath. There's a layup by Bedard. Spotted Bedard at the low post. Just laid it home. 5:28. Morgan into the high post to Tetley. He dribbles around the arc. They're outside. There's a straightaway three, an air ball short by Hutchings. And they say Wisewood cuts it out of bounds. Wisewood will make it up. 5:28 our score. Paradise Happy comes in. 7 on the clock. And Manning will inbound, but they turn it over on the inbound pass. Wisewood dribbling and a reach-in foul. As Kawasaki dribbling up the floor, but a reach-in. You see now with 3 fouls, 6:19 to play in this fourth quarter. Well, Wisewood high on the left. That's on the left side. There's shot by DeCillo. Stops off. Defensive rebound. Griffith ahead into the forecourt. Call with the ball. Comes to the free throw line. Overhead pass off on the right side. Putting up a Tetley. It skips off. Copy with the rebound. And it's right the way out of bounds, but it'll remain Wisewood ball. Well, Wisewood bringing it up against backward pressure to top of it. So Wisewood dribbling with the ball. Phillips turns the corner, comes down the right side. Or Kathy, she has the ball, lost it on the floor, and then there was a tie-up as Morgan Clemente. Nice play, forced the turnover, so Penny will bring it up. 25-28. Penny head to the forecourt. Penny goes way across the floor. Ortonico from the lane, a floater for the right side, doesn't go. Wisewood pulls the rebound down. Coffee, one bounce dribble, pass ahead, down low for shot. Passes into the post, stolen by Manning, they'll come back. Manning with Tetley. High on the right, driving the baseline on the right side. Is Hutchings lost it, goes to the far corner and gets it. Pass for Tetley, 3-quarter on the right side, skips in and out. Offensive rebound, Morgan. She tries to go back up, but in the middle of about 3 players, she'll get, goes to the ground. They was on the rebound, so they will win down. That's the penalty goal for Henry Wise with 5:09 remaining in the quarter. Goal into the lane. Back out on the left side. Coronito shot, hits the hand and goes out of bounds. And here's Henry Wiseman. Gets the passes. They break the press ahead for Cappy between the circles. On the right to Tilico. It's Steve on the right side. Got a pass over on the right side and a 3-point goal from deep by Brown. That makes it a 20-point game, the biggest lead of this game. Goal dribbling. Coronito. People hand up again for Cole. Up high, the dribbling around the arc, trying to find and penetrate underneath. Cole goes to the lane and banks it up with the left hand. Nice turnaround shot in a lot of traffic. Brown, quick pass up the floor for Wisewood. Spots behind everyone. Threaded the needle and a 50-30. So that basketball. Manning pass across. They get into the forecourt. And bit of a mix-up that goes out of bounds. So it's a turnover and Wisewood with 4 left remaining. And Manning again will send the press team on. But Wisewood's across the timeline. Brown dribbles through traffic. Pass off of the left side for Kathy. She lost the ball, and here comes Ernest Manning up the floor. And Donald for Wisewood with a reach-in foul. And they're over the limit, so free throws will be shot. That one falls. The Barbeau. Second one falling. So Wisewood breaks the press and pass across the floor. Saved very nicely by Tilico, but right into the hands of the Manning player. And Manning charging up the floor. Racing ahead, it's Hatley. She goes into the lane. She goes to the ground. I think the also went to one. She'll shoot free throws. You stop out over the limit. First one, sing the string. Second one rolls in as well. 50-34, 3:48 remaining. Wisewood moving it up the floor quickly. Behind everyone, but lost the handle with Shaw. That was ruled tapped out of bounds. Well, Wisewood will inbound on the baseline, near side. And scatter. Pass wide on the right for Brown. Catching shoot 3-2 strong. Rebound carrying through a couple of hands. McDonald has it one step to her left, puts up a shot in short. And Manning flies up the floor. Bounce pass right underneath for Brown. She goes up and it was knocked away. Brown racing ahead. Order to Killico on the left side. She goes up, lays it in. Manning to the forecourt. Armstrong dribbles on the baseline. She shot off there, then sends it out high. Barbeau dribbling between the circles. Dribbles off the pick. Goes into the lane. Goes up for a shot. It's short. 8 seconds on the clock. Pass across onto the right side. Barbeau goes up, has contact, lays it in, and she'll shoot the free throws. One. Through some traffic. One more free throw. No, that rattles out. But the offensive rebound by Manning. There, give up pick, getting the shot away. Knocked away, and here comes Wisewood. McDonald in the forecourt. Wide on the left. The pass to the left. Colty takes the shot from in front of the Manning bench. Too strong. Barbeau pulls the rebound down, drives up the floor, lost the handle. 39 remaining. Ball goes out high, and there's a three for Lily Armstrong. It's fired in, 52-38. Substitution coming in. Well, Manning applies the press. What you trying to get across? They do. Brown has the left. Pass to a cutter to the basket. Goya goes up for shot. It's too strong for right underneath. Big rebound out high for DePillico. Leads around on the left. Leaves it on the left. There's a three-point shot. Brown has a lot of time to size that up and drain it. Just over 2 minutes remaining. Armstrong on a dribble to the basket. Her shot is short. Weiser dribbling up the near sideline. Brown, she dribbles into the lane. She goes up and under. Scoop it up with the right hand. It rolls off. Rebound at Taya. And possession arrow gives it to Andrew Weiser. 1:53 remaining. So we'll inbound the ball. Brown has it. Right side. That's a long two go just outside the lane. And 57-38. Wisewood by 19 coming down the stretch. Morgan on the right. Bounces in crossover, then goes into the lane, locks the handle, regains it. Pass out on the left side. There's Clark with a shot, and a short air ball goes out of bounds. And 1:30 remains, and Wisewood will bring it up. Pilico. DeBoer goes way across the floor, setting up Shaw in the near corner. Shaw pass up for Brown, gets the return pass, drives the baseline, and couldn't get a shot away. Morgan. We're manning up the floor, passing to a cutter, going to the basket. Cowell had the ball rejected out of bounds by Brown. But providing for teammates. Will Manning will inbound, 1:10 remaining. That is out high, one bounce dribble, long three, back rim. Rebound contested on the end line. It goes out of bounds. Geronimitos, who unloaded the three, 1:04 remaining. They need more facing backboard pressure. Pilico now being pressured on the near side, taking a pass for the foul. The pass is a penalty. So Wisewood to inbound. Out with the ball, passed into the post, right underneath for an easy layup in the lane by Brown. 59-38, 57 seconds remaining. Handing with Morgan. Back to the post to Tetley for Morgan. Left-hand dribble into the lane, changes her mind, kicks off on the left for Clark. Clark passes out high and tips it on the floor, and Wisewood picks it up. Wisewood pass quickly ahead of the floor. There's a turnaround shot underneath by Ngoya. Shot rolls off. Morgan is down. 32 seconds remaining. She goes to the basket. Her left-hand shot is blocked. But it was caught by Brown. Tips it to himself. He's out of bounds. So Manning still inbound. Bentley has the ball. Passes to the right and tipped out of bounds. Right in front of the Wisewood bench. Manning will inbound. Inbound pass contested, and it is stolen. Here comes Wisewood up the floor. Cobb with the ball, puts up a shot from close range, rolls off. And he taps it out of bounds. 18 seconds remaining. Shot clock right to Wisewood inbound. Let's see what they do here. Brown looks like she's going to just dribble it out. She's dribbling between the circles. 8 seconds remain. Still to stand and dribble. Watches the clock, and there it is. Henry Wisewood winning by a count of 59-38. Certainly good to have their first win of the year. Third quarter to make that, that Wisewood thoroughly controlled. That really was the difference in the game. They outscored them by 15, 17, 2. When you consider the margin in the game, it's 21. So, it's close enough that a couple breaks here and there, and maybe Manning could have got that yet. But that's how it ends. Henry Wisewood with their first win today of the season as they beat Ernest Manning by a count at 59-38. Well, if you've been on board, one last chance to give us a like, a share, and subscribe. If you didn't, so be it. We've really enjoyed having you here. And we'll be back to do it again in a couple of days' time. Thanks for joining.